We're going to talk about the different entry modes that a company can choose from when they are entering a foreign market. So, the first one is the most common one, exporting. In exporting, there's not going to be a need for an investment in the internationalization process because the companies are going to be produced in the domestic market and then they are going to be shipped to the foreign market. In exporting, you're going to have three different types of exporting. The first one is direct exporting. It's when the company sells directly to the final customer. Then you have indirect exporting. You have foreign indirect exporting. Is when they use an intermediary, but this intermediary could be a distributor, it could be a retailer, it could be a wholesaler, is going to be located in the foreign market. And then the other type of indirect exporting is domestic indirect exporting. Is when this distributor, they're going to use also an intermediary, but the distributor is going to be located in my domestic market. So it could be, for example, export trading company. They're going to be in charge of distributing the products to, for example, a retailer in the foreign market or to the final customer. We have a second type of entry mode, franchising. This is going to this is also going to require a contractual agreement between the franchisor and the franchisee, but it's not going to require any investment on behalf of the one that is entering the foreign market. The franchisor is going to be the one that is going to sell the whole business format to the franchisee. Normally, this franchisee is going to be located in the foreign market, okay? In the foreign market, that is going to be their domestic market. Okay, they are going to be selling the whole business format in exchange for an initial fee and then some royalties. Royalties are the percentage of the sales that they make, and they're going to be sending these royalties on a monthly or in a yearly basis. We're going to have different types of franchisings. We're going to have the direct franchising, is wherein the franchisor has to deal with all of the different franchisees that they have. So it's going to be a bit difficult because they will have to handle all of the franchisees that they have. So normally this is used when there's just a small number of franchisees, okay? They are going to be in charge of the whole training, controlling the franchise and everything. Then we're going to have the master franchising. In master franchising, the franchisor is going to have one master franchisee per country or per region, and he is going to be in charge of handling all of the other franchisees. And they are going to be called sub-franchisees. Okay, so it's going to be easier for the franchisor because he only has to handle the training, and they only have to control the master franchisee's activities, and the master franchisee is going to have to handle the other sub-franchisees. Then the third one is area developed method, is when the master franchisee also owns part of these sub-franchises. Then we have the third type of entry mode, licensing. This is also going to require a contractual agreement between the licensor and the licensee. The licensor is going to grant the licensee the rights to use an intangible product. Okay, so they can sell, for example, the manufacturing process, product formulation, patent, the use of the patent, intellectual property, the design, the trademark. Okay, there's going to be a lot of intangible products that the licensor can sell the rights to use to the licensee. We're going to have then another type of entry mode, foreign direct investment. In this case, the company that is going abroad is going to require a lot of investment on their behalf in their whole internationalization process. So normally when you want to invest abroad, you're going to have two options. First, Do you want that branch or that production facility or that subsidiary to be wholly owned by you, so you have 100% ownership? Or do you want it to be 50-50 or 60-40? In the case, it will be an alliance. Okay, so we're going to talk about alliances later on. So let's decide that the investor decided to have 100% ownership. That would be foreign direct investment. Now they have the decision to make that if they want to acquire a new company, okay, so they don't have to spend time and money building something because they acquire a local company in that foreign market. Or greenfield. Greenfield is when they don't want to acquire, but they want to build from scratch, from zero, the subsidiary or the production facility that they want to have. Then we're going to talk about alliances. In this case, you're going to be needing investment on the internationalization process, but also a contractual agreement. Because an alliance is when there's the foreign company that is going to align with another company in order to serve this foreign market. Normally, this other company is a domestic company in this foreign market, and they are going to have the local knowledge and maybe local market shares if they already exist. And they have the networking with suppliers, with clients, so you can take advantage of the assets that they already have. In alliances, you can have two types of alliances. You have strategic alliances, when just the two companies come together to work in the foreign market, but there's no creation of a third company. Or joint venture is when these two companies align and they create a third company in order to serve the foreign market. We're going to have other three types of entry modes that are just different types of outsourcing. So we have international subcontracting. Okay, it's when a company doesn't enter the foreign market with their own resources, but with a contract with the outsourcing company. So it could be, for example, they could be in charge of service that they provide, for example, customer service or a call center, or a part of the production of the company, of the product that they produce. The other type is management contract, is only when they outsource the managerial functions of a specific company or specific subsidiary. It's very common in hotels and in airports, okay, when they are going to go abroad. For example, they build the hotel, but then they are going to hire a management company that is going to be in charge of the managerial functions of the hotel. Then the third one and the last one is going to be project operation, is when they are going to outsource the construction of something, okay? So they are going to build it, they're going to design it, they're going to invest all the resources, raw material, human resources, and they're going to build everything, and once it's built, they're going to sell it to the contractor, and he's going to operate it. It's very common, for example, in works in public transportation or in civil works, okay, when they are constructing a hydroelectric, or they're constructing, for example, an underground or a subway, they are going to hire a foreign company that is going to be in charge of coming to the country and build the whole thing, and then once they end, they're going to sell it, and the local company, then the constructor leaves the country, but the local company is going to be in charge of handling all of the operation.